Hello YouTube, how are you? My name is Mike, coming to you from Health and Wealth. That's the name of the channel. Wealth is the name of the game. We're trying to gain it every day here, and I really appreciate you stopping in and checking out this video. Today is round 2. We're going to discuss how the YieldMax funds are doing in each of the upcoming groups. So recently was announced that YieldMax will be paying out weekly, kind of, in some different ways. And so they have 2 ETFs that are going to be paid truly weekly. And so that would be YMAG and YMAX. And that's going to be coming out here starting on September the 20th. So 3 days from today. Tomorrow's the declaration day for YMAX, YMAG, and Ulti. ULTY. You ain't got no alibi, you're Ulti. So that's coming out tomorrow. And then the payment for those is September the 20th. And then same thing for the following week, YMAX and YMAG only. And then week 3, which is going to be paying out on October 4th, is Group 1. If you didn't get a chance to take a look, I'll post that video. I think it's actually going to be over here from Group A. I'm also going to go ahead and put it at the end of this video. Just over 1,000 people watched it overnight, so you definitely want to see it. So stay tuned till the end to be able to click on that link. So today, our topic is going to be Group B. I put up a poll, which I'm also going to flash on the screen right now. Feel free to jump into my community posts and vote on that poll, which is the best group for you, A, B, C, or D. And I'm going to cover all 4 here in the next, well, from yesterday, 4 days, and we're going to discuss how they've done over the last year. Some of them have only been around for a month or 2 months or 3 months, and I'll definitely indicate that in the chat. Just so we know, this is not financial advice at all. In fact, it's the opposite of that. Do what you got to do. I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm just here reporting what I see, and hopefully you are just slightly entertained enough to go ahead and hit that subscribe and like button. If you are just slightly impressed or entertained, please do that. I appreciate you. This channel's come a long way in 2 months. So without fail, let's jump straight into it. I'm going to go ahead here and just bring my face down a little bit. And there's a schedule. I found this on YieldMax's website. I went to the news section, which is at the very, very top of it. And there's the news right there. So today we're covering Group B, and so the payments for Group B, the declaration date will be on October the 9th. The X date will be October the 10th, which means if you purchase shares on that day, you won't get that month's dividend. And the payout is on October 11th. So just to clarify, these are not weekly payments, but YieldMax has taken their ETFs and brought them into groupings so that YieldMax will pay out the group each week. So right now we're covering Group B, which will be paid out on October 11th. Now, some of your brokerages might hold those funds for an extra day. I know mine up here in Canada definitely does that from time to time. So don't hurt me if you don't get paid. I'm not your brokerage. Okay. So what I'm going to do, here's the plan. We're going to take a look. There's yesterday's, and I grouped them from lowest paying income to the highest paying income, or lowest paying dividends so far to the highest paying dividends so far. That was Group A yesterday. I did miss TSMY, which has not had a payment yet, so I didn't really miss it at all, did I? So now let's talk about Group B. So I'm going to scroll this over just a little bit. And so the plan here is that we're going to go ahead. We're going to start from the bottom like Drake, and then we're going to end up at the top. And the goal here is to discover one by one which one has paid out the most. If it was a good year for it or a good couple months, we'll take a look. I've got a whole bunch of tabs across the top here for us to go explore that together. So let's go ahead and do that. Let me unveil numero 1 here, or the bottom, the one that has paid the least amount so far. So I can do that right now. BABO. Now, it's paid out 70 cents so far, but it's only been out for 1 month, everybody. So let's cut it some slack. All right, it's a baby. It's a BABO. Let's cut it some slack for sure. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up here on YieldMax's website. 41.55% distribution as of today. There's that 70 cents right there. Little cutie patootie. But BABO is trading on Alibaba. So let me go ahead here and open BABO on BABO. Fun to say, BABO on the charts here on Google. And I just have it as a 1-year chart. Now, this came out August 8th at, like most funds, around $20, but it was $20.45. Today, it's $20.51. Okay, so we have some positive progression, starting off with a positive, which is always good. Let's take a look at Alibaba on that same time here. 84.70 up 0.94% in the past month. So let's go back and forth. You know, not too shabby, not too bad at all. If YieldMax can find a way to not make that NAV go down and still pay out a decent dividend, this could be a winner. So yeah, I mean, 1 month, who knows, right? Are you invested in BABO? Is this something that you want to get into? I know Alibaba, I believe, had a huge split recently, because this stock used to be much, much higher. But I'm gathering they had a split. It's one of those things that I haven't really paid attention to at all. Yeah, pretty good. You know what? So far, so good for that one. We'll move on. Let's take a look at the next one here. In Group B, of course, is what we're talking about. Group B is all going to be paid out on the same day for distribution. So if you have your money in any of these funds, you'll get paid for all of them on the same day. So next one is dips. I like my dips with chips. That's the last Drake reference I'll have of this video. You're welcome. But dips is involved in, we'll go back up here, down at the bottom. This is a short option income, and it's shorting the NVDY option, or shorting NVDY, right? So 82%, it says, as of today. It has also only paid out 1 dividend so far. It has been out for a while now. It has been out since July 24th. And since it came out here, it's down 13% already. Shorting NVIDIA is a tall task right now. NVIDIA did have its downswing, but it's just a steady gainer. It's got to be one of the top 2 companies in the world right now. So shorting NVIDIA is tough, but dips, they're trying to make it happen. And with 1 dividend so far of $1.26, that's a pretty decent dividend for sure. But I mean, that's going to be, what, a couple months of income? So that's dips. And yeah, we'll keep it going here. Let's go to the next one. So we only have, what is it, 6, 7? 7 of them to go over, so it won't take too long here. Let's go to the next one. In the amount of money, we're talking about GDXY here. This guy has paid us $1.97 within 3 months. GDXY. Let's find that on YieldMax's website. Gold miners option income. Now, gold hit an all-time high the other day. Just, I think it was around $2,500, I think I saw. Pretty incredible stuff. GDXY here has paid out 3 distributions so far. Looks to be averaging right around 63 cents, I would say, if you average the 3 of those out. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. You know what? I'm going to put a graphic right here, and we'll do the average, okay? So GDXY, let's take a look at the 1-year chart here. Down 10% so far in the short duration of its life. It's been around here since May 21st. Down $2.10. You know, realistically, that's not the end of the world. Again, it has paid out $1.97, so pretty close on the math there. Not too bad at all. Let's take a look at its underlying, though. Let's see how GDX is doing in that same period. So now this came out, when did I say? My apologies. May 21st. Let's look from May 21st on here. So right about here, $36, up $3 in that period. That's not bad. There's the percentage what it's up in that period, up $3. Yeah, GDXY. That might not be a terrible one to get into. If you want some exposure to the world of gold, I love gold, and who doesn't, right? Of course. So yeah, not bad at all. Steady Eddie on that one for sure. Let's get into the next one, and we're getting into some higher payments as we go up the list here. Next one, JPMO. JPMO. All right. Who here has JPMO? Not me. I don't have any of these that I've shown so far. So far, paying out 35% as of today. You can see its distribution. It has been around for more than a year. This is our first one that's been around more than a year so far. Probably hence why it's paid out the most so far on Group B's list. But yeah, there we go. You know what? I might have lied to you. October 5th, 2023 was the first payment, it looks like. So almost a year it's been around. It's pretty steady as well. 22 cents in there, 64, 49, 23, 24, 52, just scattered all over the place there. Different distributions every single month. So here it is on the chart, down 12% over the last year. But I mean, it has paid out $4.47. You know, divide that by 20. Doing okay on the distribution and the income. Remember, YieldMax, we're looking for income, and you know, there is shared depreciation here. But again, if YieldMax fund managers can find a way to lower that risk, then life is good. So there it is, down 12% over the last almost a year. Let's take a look at JP Morgan itself, though, because this is the underlying asset. This is one of those prime examples. If you had invested in the underlying stock itself, you would have made more money. In the last 1 year, it's up 40%. Oh my goodness. So why is JP Morgan up so much and JPMO down 12%? That's a 52% difference. Why? Well, could be those options premiums are not super lucrative. So the YieldMax crew here is not making as much money when it comes to the premiums. And it's not a extremely volatile stock. And that's what we're looking for. We want that volatility to increase the value of those premiums. And with JP Morgan here, it's just a steady Eddie, up 40% over the last year. I'm curious about the last 5 years, up 75%. If we go all the way to the max here, since before some of you were born, 1984 till now, 1877%. So pretty incredible stuff. But you know, that's a little bit unrealistic. 5 years is a good chart. 1 year is a good chart for JP Morgan for sure. Something to maybe think about for those investing. Should you invest in, especially if it's not super lucrative, should you invest in the ETF or maybe the underlying stock itself? Something to think about for sure. Let's do the next one, right? Like Frank the Tank would say here. Name that movie, by the way. All right, so we got MRNY or MRNY. I'm going to call it MRNY. Now, this came out December of 2023, so not quite a year yet. It's paid out $8.82, so pretty decent for sure over that 9-month period. Let's take a look at MRNY up here. We'll see if we can find it on the list quickly. Maybe not so quickly. There it is. All right. 64% distribution. There is all of its payments. This is where I actually got the numbers from. I just didn't make them up. I copied all the numbers out of here and put them into that Excel file. So again, that is a total of $8.82 there for MRNY. Now, if you don't know much about MRNY, there's what it looks like on the chart. What's the first thing you see when you see this? Under $10. That's what I see. Not good. If it's under $10, that is not a good sign for the longevity of this. If you have, 100 shares, they got to do something to that price to bring it up. Maybe pay out less distribution to bring that price up, because it is in dangerous territory of reverse splitting, and I've been through that with Tesla. I don't want to be through that again. So for me, this is a no-go. Down 54% in the last year. Yikes. Let's go take a look at Moderna, sorry. In that same period, down 30%. 54. You know what, though? When did this come out? December? Yeah, December, right? Let's go take a look at that chart. Oh, actually, no, it came out October 24th. So it really is almost a year. So right about here, $76. So Moderna is only down $4 in that same period. $4. We'll do the math. What's the percentage on that? Down 54% in the same year. This could be the same thing. Maybe not as volatile as they wanted it to be. And, they paid out too much. Look at these dividends. $1.13, 78 cents, 94 cents, 84 cents, 48 cents. There we're getting towards some more realistic numbers down here. But in my opinion, it's just my opinion, maybe they paid out too much at the start there, and that created this massive loss in share price. That's a recipe for disaster for sure. And if you had your money in this, I mean, I probably wouldn't be super, super pleased about that. So yeah, there you go. So we got 2 left. Let's cheer up, everybody, okay? Let's cheer up. Let's see. We got 2 left. How am I doing so far, by the way? Have you hit that like button yet? And that subscribe button? Have you commented? Let me know. We're going to do a live reveal here. I hope to talk to you guys in that the premiere here coming up in a couple hours whenever I post this after I edit this. So we got 2 left. Let's take a look at the next one here in Group B. So we got Phoebe. Phoebe. What a little, I love that name, Phoebe. So this is going to be on Facebook. Meta paid out $9.94 in the last year. Pretty good. You know what? Pretty good for sure. Let's take a look at Phoebe up here in under our ETFs. There's Phoebe right there. Currently at a 33% distribution, which is pretty small compared to some of the other ones. But who knows? Maybe on the chart it's doing well. We'll find out. So let's take a look here. September of last year till September of this year, 28 cents, 45, 48, 59, 98, $17, $17, $17. Ooh, 3 in a row. 89, 69, 70, 79, and 53 cents. Yeah, those are pretty decent payouts. Let's go take a look at the chart. Are you invested in Phoebe? Look at this. The 1-year chart, it is down 2.51%, yet it's still paid out $9.94 in dividend. This could be the first winner in the last 2 videos right here. Phoebe, pretty darn good over the last 1 year, just down 2.4%. But let's take a look at Meta. This could be another example of investing in the underlying instead of the ETF. Let's go find out. Oh my goodness. Hold on 1 second. Let me scroll down so you can see that better. Woo! Oh my goodness. Look at that 1 year. Hold my heart. So Meta up 77% in that same time period. Up $233. Oh my goodness. That's pretty amazing for Meta. Good for them. I know I'm in a couple Facebook groups and that talk about YieldMax. So yeah, that's pretty impressive stuff. But you know what? If you're here just for the income, Phoebe's looking pretty darn cute to me. Look at that, $9.94 in the last year. That's pretty good. If you had 1,000 shares of that, you'd be looking at $9,940 sitting in your pocket. You'd probably be out spending it on Candy Crush and on Marketplace, right? No doubt. All right, so that leads us to the last one here. Last but not least, for sure, this one I personally own, and I am a huge fan of it. But don't let me influence you into buying anything. I'm just a guy with a tuna hat on talking about what I've discovered over here. So let's take a look at the last one that we have here, NVDY. NVDY is, as a lot of people out there call it, the king. King Daddy NVDY paid out double what Phoebe here at $18. Not, yeah, I guess double, almost double. $18.74. Incredible NVDY. Let's go take a look at it here under our ETFs and right here under NVDY. Current distribution as of today, 70%. Let me roll all of the eyes here. It might not be 70% after this month. Currently, if you take a look at how they're doing this week and how they did the week before and the week before, maybe won't be at 70% distribution, but we'll find out. But here's the last year in distributions. NVIDIA has had a year to remember, and therefore the volatility of NVIDIA has gone through the roof, creating higher premiums for NVIDIA shareholders. Okay, so let's take a look here. $1.35, $1.25, $2.47. That was a good month. Month before that was even better at $2.56, and then $1.19. Let's go all the way down here to what's the date today? The 17th. Let's go all the way to October there. 67 cents and 92 cents the month before. So pretty darn good. But let's take a look at the charts. So NVIDIA in the 1 year up 4.58. So for this one, we've collected so much premium from the distributions that it kind of makes up for share price here. But I mean, it's nice that it's still up 4.58% over the 1 year period. You can see at points it was way higher, right? All the way up in the $31 range at one point, $31.17 right there. And so that would have made that percentage quite a bit higher. But let's take a look at the NVIDIA chart. In that same period, a astonishing 162%, and up $71.62. But yeah, that's pretty impressive stuff. NVIDIA, super volatile. We will see if they can continue that. There's a lot of pressure on NVIDIA here to keep performing. Once you're at the top of the castle, people want to knock you off, right? And so we saw that in the last earnings report. They crushed it, but they still had a bit of a slip. And so that's just the way it goes when you're the king. People want to take you down, right? So look at this NVIDIA chart again, or NVIDIA chart again, up 4.58%. I'll take it. Also, $18.74 in dividends in that exact same time. So if you had 1,000 shares, hold on, hang on. I can't do the math in my head. I need to grab a calculator. Oof. Okay, so if you had 1,000 shares, multiply that by $18.74, you would have an astonishing $18,740 sitting in your pocket. So let me know, out of this list, which ones do you have? Which ones are you contemplating? What do you like? What don't you like on this list? For me, I'll tell you what I like. I really like that Phoebe. I like that NVIDIA as well. BABO could be good. Is Alibaba volatile enough to create distributions consistently? Will that share price stay the same, or will it dip dramatically over the next 6 months? Because if it's on its way down, I'm on my way out. I'm not interested in that. I do want to get paid every month, but I also want to see some share at least stay the same. Appreciation would be great, but I don't want to ask for too much. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, pretty good Group B here. Let's take a look here. Again, the Group B will be paid out on October 11th. That should be a normal payment because it's only a couple days later than what it normally would have gotten paid out. Group C, we're going to discuss that tomorrow. And so that might have a bit more of a payment because I think it's an extra week compared to when it gets paid out. And then Group D, that's getting paid out all the way on October 25th. Jay from YieldMax said probably that it will be paid out a little bit more than usual, considering it's being paid out 3 weeks later than usual. So stay tuned for that one. We'll figure it out. But listen, I just wanted you guys to know that I finally monetized. I finally see some dollar amounts in my YouTube account. So I'm really excited that you made it this far in the video. I appreciate you being here. And if you want to support the channel, just hit that like button and subscribe and comment, all of those good things. But I hope that you have an amazing rest of your day today. And hold on one second. Make my face a little bigger for this. Thanks for tuning in. Bye for now. Hello, YouTube. How are you? My name is Mike, coming to you from Health and Wealth. Thanks for tuning in today. Appreciate you being here. Today is Tuesday all day long. Been a long day. I woke up at 6, went to the gym. If you checked out the short, thank you very much. Worked the back, and then did some abs and cardio stuff there too. So listen, if you're going to the gym at 6 o'clock in the morning, that's great. But if you go at 6:20, it's packed. Bad news. So